Okay. Oop. Echoey for a second, sorry. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Equine Education and Exercise. I'm Ellie here at Dunrovin Ranch. It's a beautiful, rainy, drizzly, muddy day. Very wet. Great day to find out my boots have a hole in them. Not really. We will be doing some body work for our guide horses. We will be working with our 2 baby horses. And then we usually are using a demo horse. So today I'm going to see how Jasper's feeling. It's a good time to check on him anyways because he has some arthritis. Feet in his hocks is the word for them. And so we want to see how he's doing. So it'll be good exercise for him to get moving, stretch out those cold feeties. So we'll use him as the demo horse after doing some body work and stretches for Mystery. The chiropractor, veterinarian chiropractor, was who recommended them. Mystery had a bad backache at the end of last season, and obviously we don't want him to be hurt. He's very important to us because he's one of our guide horses. We take out trail rides during the better months, and he's very important. And then also Chinook is one of our guide horses, so we'll be doing some stretches with him. Chinook is still figuring out the stretches. Mystery's been doing them for a few months. Chinook's a little newer to it, so he might seem a little less willing. It's not that he's less willing, it's that he's confused. He's like, what the heck? I am 20 years old and I have no idea what you're asking me. So I, just as a heads up, might be a little bad on the muting and unmuting for going through like loud clanging gates and stuff because I chopped the tip of my thumb off earlier this week. Almost off. 30% was left hanging is what the doctor said when she stitched me back together. And I realized that that my thumb on that side is what I use, well, for so many things you don't realize, but particularly the mute button on the transmitter. So if it's a little louder going through gates and stuff today, I apologize. Or if I get out of range and don't quite get the mute and unmute properly. So forewarning about that. I will do my best to not make really loud noises going through gates and whatnot, but I wanted to give you guys an update because I don't have a thumb. It's kind of annoying and it hurts a lot and it doesn't look like it's healing. Kind of concerned about it, so I'm going to go to the doctor after this, in fact, and just be like, hey, just make sure this is healing okay. It was actually my first time getting a stitch while conscious. I'd never gotten any stitches, so I got stitches in my thumb, and it was really painful. So hopefully everyone else is hale and healthy and not injured and is better at cutting potatoes than me. So anyways, I'm in the office right now, but I am going to get the transmitter attached and the mic all clipped on and stuff, and I'll be right out to start. Okay, so I think I got the mic in the on position. I hope so. No thumb. Not ideal. This is very wet today. We'll see how patient the horses feel. Hi, Mystery. Going in to grab our boy right now. Are you ready for stretches? Hi. Good morning. Sometimes it's a little hard to catch. We call it catching, even though not like we have a net or something, but catching is the process of going and grabbing a horse. Hi, baby. he can be a little hard to catch. I think some horses just kind of are like that. Let me put the halter right on him today. He, for obvious reasons, enjoys the part of his stretches that involve treats. So, this is our boy. I think the camera's on the barnyard right now, but that's okay. You guys don't need to see too zoomed up if you don't wanna. Hi, baby. This is Mystery. Good boy. We're gonna start off with some wither pulls. I have got to remember to not use my thumb. I really don't want it to get infected, and I love horses so much, but they roll in their poo-poo sometimes, so they're not always the cleanest. All I'm doing right now is just giving little pulls on his withers. It causes him to bend his body sideways while still at a walk. He's a good boy. You have a twig in your mane. Or sorry, while still at a standstill instead of at a walk. Normally they only flex while they're moving in a forward direction. The withers are the highest immobile point on a horse, and they are thus where we measure horses from. So if somebody ever says, oh, my horse is 16 hands high, the hand is 4 inches, right? We're not going to stick our foot up. He's so patient with me to measure. The hand is 4 inches, so it means they're 16 times 4 inches high. What's that, 60 something? Next up, I'm going to make sure he's got weight on his feetsies. I don't want him to kick out. I'm going to pull on his tail. Very slow, steady pressure. I bet this feels really good. He did shift his weight, but I know he likes this one. So I wasn't feeling particularly threatened, so I let it happen. Good boy. And then we slowly release. Good job, baby. I bet that feels good. We're going to switch to the TMJ stretch. This one stretches the top of his head and his jaws. The chiropractor says that we don't have to do this one anymore because he's not super tense up there, but that if he likes it, we can. And he certainly does. Good boy. Oh, you're just such a good boy. Did you know that? Oh man, without the mute, you guys are going to hear just how much I talk to myself and the horses. All right, so next we will do the foot one. So I'm just going to be picking up and rotating his back feet. I'm just going to grab. Thank you. And then we're going to lower it down a little bit. Thank you. And then we're just going to draw little circles. The vet said about the size of a dinner plate. And just try to, almost like you're drawing in the dirt with his toe. And he's gotten good at this. Good job. It stretches and flexes and strengthens up here. All right, and then I'm going to indicate that oh yeah, that was a very big pickup. Good job. Indicate to him by putting my hand on his right back left leg that I'm gonna pick it up, and he immediately picked it way up. You didn't have to pick it up that high. Wow, you're getting more flexible, bud. Cool. The chiropractor, the veterinary chiropractor, was really impressed with how much progress Mystery had made when she came out for a checkup. And that made me very proud of us, you know? We've been doing our best to take care of our boy, and it makes me happy to hear that he's doing better. And you can see it, too. When his back was hurting, he wasn't gaiting properly. All of our horses are Tennessee walking horses, which means they have special gait. Gait is the word that we use for different modes of motion, right? So humans, we have walk, jog, and run. I guess sprint, maybe. Horses, though, because they have 4 legs, have gaits. They're a little different from ours. So we got walk, trot, canter. I'm going to ask him to lift his belly. Good job. Lift his belly. Good boy. I know, very tempting to kick at the alley. You don't have to. You're doing great. I know, you're doing so good. It's a small irritant to ask him to lift his back like that. Kind of like a little fly buzzing around, so it's a good job. Little bit of a temptation, not intentionally, unintentional temptation for them to kind of kick up at their belly when you irritate them by pushing against the grain of the fur. Anyway, so they can walk, trot, Yeah, we're gonna make you walk and trot. They can walk, trot, canter, and or lope. It's the same motion, but in English we say canter. English riding, we don't ride English here, we ride Western. What's that? And in Western we call it a lope. Same gait. That's kind of like their third gear almost. Yes, you're a good boy. Yes, you are. Yeah, I'm gonna ask you to go over these ground poles. Let's see if he'll follow me first. Come on, bud. He's like, no, I don't want to. When I had to move this because the donkeys ate it. I know donkeys are desert dwellers. They can eat anything, but I wasn't really expecting them to eat the wooden pole. Alrighty, Maud, please stop eating the wood. Thank you. Alrighty. So, walk, trot, canter, / lope, and gallop is the fourth one. Everyone knows gallop from, racing horses and stuff. I'm just asking Mystery to walk over the ground poles right now. Super easy for him. We'll just have him do a couple laps on both sides. We will also be asking, you are cutting a corner though, sir. We will also be asking the babies to do a couple of these laps. You're good. You don't have to run or anything. Good boy. Still don't want him to cut corners. A little cheeky action. Trying to cut around. Good boy. Great job. These Tennessee walking horses, though, have an extra gait. I explain it to our guest riders as like a 1.5 gear for your car. Faster than a walk, but not the 2-beat trot. Well, good boy. Very good. You turn for me? Good boy. Yes, good job. Wow, so good. You're all the way out. Come on. I know. I had very little pressure on him with my stance, which is why he stopped. But I'm just trying to keep him at a walk, is why he's doing great. Yes, you gotta keep going. Come on. Yeah, one more lap. Don't cut the corner though, or I'll make you do 2. We call it a 1.5 gear. The one that you'll most commonly see our horses do is a running walk. You're in that corner, my friend. Can you scooch up? If you cut the corner, I'm gonna make you keep doing laps. I don't usually see our Tennessee walkers do the running walk in a round pen like this. I'll see if I can get him to do it since we're talking about it. So that's a trot. It's a 2-beat. Very good. It's actually pretty good for him to... Wow, you're so handsome. You're so good. Well, what a good stop, too. Love this horse so much. That was great. You did so good. I don't usually see them do it in a round pen. I think that the running walk is, while it's natural for these horses, and that's why we bred it, kept breeding the horses that had this really smooth, beautiful running walk. I don't think it's easy for them to do in a small circle like this. So it's unlikely that you would see it. Wally Matt, you can eat the microphone? Is that you saying hi? You saying hi? Good job, buddy. Unlikely for him to do it in here, and I'm not really asking it of him. I was just curious, since I was already working with him, if he was going to do it. So that was easy peasy for him. Walking over ground poles engages their core and their back muscles, improving strength and flexibility. And now we will do his favorite. Don't come in here, just wait there. The carrot stretches is what they're called, in order to get him to stretch out his neck and his full back. We bribe them. They're called carrot stretches because, people use carrots, which is probably safer, honestly, because carrots are longer and thus less fingers involved, or less likely for fingers to be involved. I don't have carrots right now, though, so these are just cookies. But Mystery loves them, and he's going to big stretch for us. You gotta go all the way forward step forward. Yes, oh, very good. And then I'm going to keep trying to get him to give me a big hug. Good boy. I try to get them to go as long as they can. Horses will go from grabbing at a treat with their lips, right, being gentle, which we love. But if they get too... Excuse me, thank you. If they get too excited, like him right now, he's super excited. they will switch to trying to nibble with teeth, and we don't want that. So I'm not going to let Mystery get to the point where he's going to nibble with teeth. Good. Essentially, I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not going to give him the opportunity to bite me is kind of the gist of it. Yeah, and then this one is just between his front legs. Good boy, you got to go all the way. Big stretch. Big, oh wow, good job. That's so good. And that's it. So we're going to put Mystery back. Easy peasy. I'll grab Chinook. We'll do the same thing with him, but it'll be kind of cool. It's been fun for me to see Chinook slowly learning these, learning them straight from me, because the veterinary chiropractor showed me with Mystery, so Mystery kind of learned straight from the vet. He that learned from the vet, if that makes sense. So, I'm going to put Mystery's halter back. We have a different one for every horse, other than right now, technically, Jax is wearing Jasper's. Oh, I didn't think about that. I don't know if we have... No, that's okay. The babies can stay back while I work with Jasper real quick. We only have one large halter. Jasper is a Tennessee Walker, purebred, I believe. I think he's papered. But he just has a big old head, and that's fine. It's got more room for a brain, right? But Jax and Lucy, the babies that we'll be working with, Jax in particular, is really big. They're both half Belgian draft horses. Draft horses were bred to be more for pulling, especially farm equipment, and so they are thus bigger. So Jax is absolutely massive. I measured him like 2 years ago. Hello, Shinooki. Hi. Yeah, you gotta do something first before you get treats. Yeah. Jax is very big. I measured him like I think 2 years ago at this point, and he was already over 17 hands. I think he was 17.2, and he wasn't done growing. Now at 4 years old, he's probably done growing, at least vertically. All right, come on, my friend. Come on. I know it's wet and miserable. I agree. I am very wet. Thank you. It's mostly the wet socks that are killing me right now. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so we're gonna try the same things with Mr. Shinooki here. Hi, baby. Hello. Yes, you're very sweet. Hello, I love you. Chinook you will always see him in a mask. Same with Garnet, though Garnet is really good at getting his mask off, which is annoying. I have to go find it, put one on him every time. Both of them have an ocular disease called uveitis. You'll hear of it called as moon blindness as well, which means that they're very sensitive to UV. So Chinook doesn't like this one. He's like, Ellie, I don't know why you're doing this to me. It's good for you. That's why. You gotta trust me. Yes, you gotta trust me and not try to eat the mic. You saying hello? You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Okay, we got nice safe. All right, you gotta pull on your tail. So you'll always see Chinook and Garnet in masks. They're special masks that don't let the UV through. It's almost like wearing sunglasses. Good boy. Such a good job. And same with, when we wear sunglasses, people from afar can't see our eyes, but we can still see out. I get a lot of people asking, like, can he see out of that? Yes, he can see out of his mask quite well. So this is one of the ones that's harder for Chinook to figure out, but he's made a lot of progress. He doesn't quite get what I'm doing, so he tries to pull his leg up over and over. Good. Oh, good job. Oh, no, you were so close. You almost had it. Now you got to do the other way. Anyone who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks is wrong. You can. It just might take a little longer because they've got habits. Same with us. I can learn new things at my ripe old age of I'm not telling you guys. Hi, buddy. And so it's a little harder because he's been in the habit of, holding his foot up for us to pick out the underside his whole life, or holding it up for the farrier. but he's been doing so good. When I first started doing this with him, I could not get him to do this. I had to settle for him learning at, I would let him put his foot down after just wiggling it by the ground instead of doing full circles. Good boy. One more. Oh, good job. That was so good. Wow, you're so smart. Yes, you're so smart. Yes, you are. I love you. You got to do the back hunchies. Yeah, nobody likes that. Please don't kick at me. Like I said, he wouldn't mean to, but I am kind of almost irritating his tummy by running my hands backwards through his fur. But that does make him hunch his back up, which is perfect. I'm asking him first before I apply that pressure, so that if, we want him to take the not annoying tummy way. Good job. That was great. Good. Hi. All right, and then into the round pen with the Chinooki. Yeah, you can walk over some holes before you get the carrot stretches. I know. Everybody wants the carrot stretch part. Nobody wants to work for it. Come on through. So again, same with Mystery. We're going to ask Chinook to go in a couple circles here in the round pen over the ground poles, stepping over obstacles. It is very good for stretching their back out. See, I am on his good side right now. So Chinook, in fact, did lose sight in his right eye. Come on. Come on. I know. So he can see me right now. Good boy. Yes, thank you. Very good. Okay. But he doesn't want to have his blind side up against the round pen. So normally, if I was in training mode, I would not have allowed a horse to have their butt towards me like that. I'm making accommodations for our disabled horse here. Yeah, you're half blind. He gets really mad when you call him blind. He's not blind. He's half blind. I do need you to go that side. You can go both ways. If he won't do it off the lead because he's really, truly uncomfortable, which he might be. Sometimes horses will pretend, but I trust that Chinook's not pretending. So I will just walk him on this side. Again, it's not that he can't see me. He knows exactly what I'm asking him. It was that he can't see where the fence panels are out of that right side. So that's why he's hesitating. I had never lunged him before because we don't do, all of our, other than Jackson Lucy, all of our horses are trained already. So there's no need. You can walk faster than that. I'm not going to let you get away with being lazy just because I love you. All of our horses are already trained, so we don't really need to do groundwork necessarily unless we're, exercises for Mystery or Chinook or something like that. So I was thinking that it was going to be harder to lunge him with his blind side facing me, and then found out that it's harder to lunge him with his blind side facing away because he's hesitant to move out towards these panels. Yeah, go across these and then we'll go the other way, but I'm going to ask you to go the other way. Good boy. And then we always want to turn in. Very good. Yes, good job. But I am going to ask you to do it this time. Yeah, I don't want you to think you can take advantage. I know. You can hear the whip. You can hear the rope. I know you can. Come on. Come on. Like Ellie, I'm half blind. I don't wanna. You gotta do it. I know you can see with that left eye. Come here. Come on. Here, I'll give you a head start like I would with the babies. I know. Snort, snort. There we go. Good job. Right? Walk in a circle. You can do it. Chinooki, I know you can do it. Come on. Good boy. Good job. Come on. I know you can't see me, but I know you can hear me. Good boy. See, there we go. Good boy. Keep going. Keep walk. Good boy. Walk. So he is completely trusting my input right now because he cannot see. The horses can see almost 180 degrees on one side. Walk. Walk out. Walk out. Come on. Good boy. Very good. So he can see the fence panels now, but he cannot see me. So he actually can't see that I'm pointing or anything. It's mostly habit at this point. Though he can hear the rope swinging. So he's going to step over, but I am going to increase the pressure right here because he keeps trying to stop before these ones. Good. Whoa. Whoa. Chinook. Whoa. Thank you. He's like, well, Ellie, you made me go, so I wanted to go. I know, you did so good, baby. I'm coming up on your blind side. Hi. That was very good. And now it's carrot stretch time, everyone's favorite. Another time you can tell, pretty much the only times you can tell Chinooks have blind is coming through gates like this. He can be a little worried about them. All right, let's get those cookies. Yeah. He's snorting at me. Hi, baby, you did so good. Yes, you did. Hi, yes. It's carrot stretch time. Come here. Come on. Yeah, come out in the barnyard. We want everyone to see how good of a boy you are. Yeah. Good job, baby. All righty. Big stretch forward. Yeah. Yeah, good boy. Very good. You did so good. Come on. So he's a little less flexible than Mystery, and that's fine. We're working on it, aren't we? Okay. Yes, you can chew for a sec. Oh, you're already doing it. You gotta go forward first, though, my love. Yeah, forward and then sideways. There you go. Yes, and then big hug for the Ellie. A little further, you can do it. Good boy. All right, and then this one. It's funny. A couple weeks ago, he actually tried to do it unprompted. Like he predicted. Well, he's getting the hang of it. You gotta come down. Send this hand. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, good bow. Oh, that was a good stretch. I think you're more flexible that way than Mystery. Good job, baby. You wanna show him your kisses? Yeah. You wanna give kisses? Yeah, give kisses. Don't ever do this with a horse you don't trust with your life. Mwah! Good boy. The old do what I say and not what I do training method, right? Come on. Yes, you did great. Yeah, you can come back now. Good boy. Alrighty. So normally I would grab the babies out right now and then grab Jasper as the demo horse. But again, as I said, I said we use Jasper, but Jasper and Jax use the same halter, and I think it's the only one of that size. I actually need to request, I say this, I think every week now. Good boy, then I need to request a new halter for Jax. And then I finish the broadcasting and completely forget. Gotta get better at that. Someone remind me after the broadcasting. Ellie, we need a new halter for Jasper. Anyway, so I'm not gonna have the baby stand out while I'm working with Jasper like I normally would. When I have the baby stand out, we're calling it patience game. We're literally just working on patience by having them tied up. But let's have Jasper, a friend here, be our demo horse. Hi, buddy. Yeah, you get some attention. So we're going to be doing things a little differently. Since we're not just doing exercises for health purposes with the babies, we're doing... God, that's so loud. I'm sure. I'm sorry. We are doing training sessions. So I think that we're going to do a couple different things here. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Hi, baby. Again, this is kind of working double here, is that I am also going to be assessing Jasper's movements. He has, hi, baby, some arthritis in his back right hocks. Hi, bud. So I want to make sure he's not moving stiffly or anything. Very good boy. Yeah. He is one of our bigger horses. Like I said, he's got a big old head. Yeah, you want to look around here? You gotta let me take this off. So I will be doing this with the babies, but we're gonna let him off and just, yeah, he can go sniff around if he wants to. Please don't eat the wooden poles like the donkeys do. Some horses, you know, you let them off, and especially babies, they're very curious, and we want them to stay curious. Curious, but knowing that they're safe. And that me just being here isn't me asking them anything. Just because I'm here doesn't mean that we're working yet. Hi, you're doing so good. Sometimes we'll walk away and see if they follow. We call this working at liberty. because the horse is completely at liberty to not come with me. He doesn't have to. He's not connected to me, and I'm not telling him with my energy or my body to do anything right now. I'm just walking. Oh, good. Very good, buddy. I mean, most of the, the fully trained horses are going to understand. I think even the babies already understand. Hi, good job. That, they're in a round pen. They're probably going to be expected to do some work of some kind. Very good, Jasper. Good boy. That was so good. Good job, buddy. Good job. You see, he's hesitant to go over these, and I'm wondering if that's because he's feeling stiff. I imagine if I had arthritis, I'd probably be feeling stiff right now, too. So game number 1, we're going through Pat Pirelli's 7 games. We don't always, is that a good spot? Yeah. See, I wouldn't let a baby rub on me, and if he gets too pushy, I'll stop him, but he's clearly got an itch. And I'm not usually a human scratching post, but I will allow it because right now we're just playing a game. Yeah. So especially baby horses, you really don't want them to get in the habit of literally physically pushing you like that. It's not good. But Jasper here is, I think, 20? 19? And good boy, yes you are. Oh my gosh, they're so wet. And I was scratching him anyways. So I offered the scratch, then I don't have a problem with him trying to lean into it a little bit, right? So game 1 is just give them little scratches. Some of them really like belly scratches. I can imagine if you couldn't ever scratch your belly, you'd really like it. Oh, good boy. You're all right. I'm not asking you to move. You're okay. And so through both sides, just make sure we're touching them all over. A lot of them have these burrs. Did you roll in the burrs? Why would you roll in the burrs, buddy? Yeah, at least you're not as muddy as Jax was yesterday. Oh, yeah, big tummy. Good boy. So friendly game is just that. It is pet them, see where they like it, give them some love, let them know that we're not always asking them things when we're in here. We're not. No, you're so cute. So Ellie, what? I have ridden this horse, even though he's not a guide horse. There he goes. What? Did you have a scratchy spot? Where is it, bud? I have ridden this horse. He was out for a month-ish last year, so before we had inexperienced riders on him, we had the guides ride him for a week or so, just get him back in the groove of things, and because a balanced rider, that was really funny. A balanced rider is always going to be easier for a horse to carry than an unbalanced rider. Who is making Mystery throwing his food pan in there. Next on friendly game is just desensitizing with the rope and or a lunge whip. We want them to know that the rope itself is not us asking anything of them. The rope is but an extension of my hand. I do like to do this one as well, where I drag it. Oh, you coming with me? You're such a good boy. You're not attached. I do like to drag it as well. I want horses to think that any dragging rope is reason to panic, right? So I'm just kind of swinging it around. He understands. He gets it. He's a good boy. Oh, bud. And then we also kind of swing it at their legs and feet and stuff so that they get used to stuff touching them. My roommate has his own horse at my house, and his horse was a Mustang that was totally untouched before he started working with him. Through the Bureau of Land Management, there's feral Mustang herds all around the U.S. Not all around. There are some in the U.S. Wyoming, I think, has the largest population. But they round them up because they the herds can get too big. Good job. That was great. They round them up and then they sell them to qualified peoples. And so my roommate wound up with one, and he would be panicking and throwing himself at the walls right now if he saw anybody swinging a rope, which is sad. We don't want them to be afraid of anything. So next game 2, is yielding to steady pressure. I guess we could have done this at Liberty. That's okay. So I'm going to apply pressure, and I'm going to keep the pressure up until he moves away. Perfect. And then he is removing the pressure himself by moving, which is great. Now I'm going to ask him to move 2 steps, so I'm going to keep moving with him. With Jax, I would have pushed his head away, but I know Jasper's not mouthy. So I'm going to keep moving with him as he keeps moving. And then when he has moved as far as I want, I remove the pressure. Good job. We're going to do the same with his butt. We want to move his back end. Great. And then we'll keep moving. 2 more steps. 1, 2. That was a nice drag. But see, that was another reason we want to see him moving, is because dragging like that could be that he's stiff in his joints, which honestly, moving him like this is going to be better for him. Anyway, so now we're going to ask this way. If you guys watch during summer, you'll see that before we use any of the horses, we always ask them to move their hind end in a half circle. And it's literally because we are watching to see if they'll cross step. So I'm going to try one more step. Yeah, so he's feeling sore in those hocks, and that's understandable. I'm sorry, my friend. I don't want you to be sore, but moving around is going to help it. So that's game 2 is literally yielding to steady pressure, and I've just been doing it on front half because we want them to be able to yield their front half or their hind half. And a lot of horses instinctively are going to lean into the pressure, and we don't want that. We want a horse, we want to be able to, like, you know, I'm 100 and something pounds and he's 1,100 pounds, right? He's 10 times my size, but we don't want our horses to resist the pressure. You can do one more step, my friend. Buddy, good boy. There you go. All right, so that's literally game 2. Game 3 is actually a little different. It is moving away from energy. I noticed that Lucy's actually really good at this already. So I'm going to go like this. I don't know if you guys can see me. I'm just trying to apply pressure without touching him. Good boy. Good job. Kind of the next step up. It was so good. Yes, you did so good. Next step up from pressure is using energy as pressure, right? Kelly, what? I'm gonna give you a hint. Yeah, I want you to move away. Thank you. It's usually easier by their eyes because, you know, they've got the blinking reflex like we do, and it'll cause them to move their head away. He knows I won't hit him, obviously, right? So I'm trying to, there we go, increase the energy. I can't wave this hand. Good boy. So he didn't move his feet, which is the ideal goal, but he did finally actually move his head away from me. So I will take that. Like I said, I've never done groundwork with this horse before. So let's see if he'll move his head away now that he figured out what I want. Move your head. Okay, you gotta do it. You can do it. Good. Elite. Hint? Good. He did great with his rear end. See? Good boy. Very good, Jasper. He did great with his hind end, but asking them to move the front end independently, a lot of horses just aren't taught that for some reason. I think, you know, some people just want to hop on and go forward, and, you know, good for them. But I want horses that can sidestep if I ask them to, you know. He's got one of those burrs in his forelock. They all do right now. You did great. And that was game 3. The babies are still on game 2, so I'm not even going to keep going with the rest of the 7 with Jasper. But he did a great job as our demo horse for the day. Yes, he did. So I'll put him back. And then I'll go grab Jax, one of our babies. Because I'm already holding the halter I use on him. You did so good, Jasper. Yeah, you're a little stiff, though. Yeah, that's okay. Handsome boy. All of them have, it's so great that they still all have their personalities and stuff. Because, well, a happy, well-treated horse that's not overworked to death is going to still have their own little quirks and individualities and stuff. Jasper's, I finally realized he actually liked me instead of just tolerated me, because he came over when I was mucking his stall once and he just leaned against me. He's very cute. Jasper is, I would say, our most dependable trail horse. Unfortunately, you just don't use him as often because of his arthritis. Because he walks the right pace. He doesn't spend the whole time trying to eat. Cough, cough, rocket, cough, cough. Yeah, he doesn't fall behind like some of them will. He doesn't try to pick fights. He just follows along. It's great. He can't walk sideways, but he can sure follow along. All right, so I'm going to grab Jax. This puddle right here, if you guys can see the whole barnyard still, is why I realize there's a whole boot. Oh no. No. Rocket, if you go for as a demo horse. Noise. Hello, Miss Games. Normally, I might be cutting out right now. Come here. Good boy. Normally, I noticed. Oh, come on, bud. You got come. Boy. Good job. Yes. This is like one of the most there's way more infuriating things. Get out of like mild infuriations. Oh my god, wet socks is horrible, right? I think I'd rather be barefoot if I'm gonna have wet feet, right? Alright, come on, bud. I don't know if you guys can hear the squelching sounds. Come on, bud. You gotta work today. Yeah. Yeah, we're not being lazy. Thank you. So, speaking of horse personalities, Jax here is a little on the lazy side. A little less motivated than some horses. Which is fine. We can work with lazy. I would always pick a lazy horse over a mean horse, for instance. Though I will say that mean horses come as, like mean dogs. They wouldn't exist if there weren't mean people, right? And that's why Jax and Lucy aren't mean, even if sometimes they can be quirky. It's because they've been loved their whole lives. Jax has just turned 4, which is actually the age that I think most, other than the racing industry for whatever reason, good job, is the age that most people agree that it's safe to start putting weight on horses. Before that, and they still have, good boy. That was good. One thing Jax is bad at is he is a little nibbly with his lips, not his teeth, but it's still rude. We don't want him grabbing our clothing and stuff, right? In particular, when you tie him up, he really likes to try to grab your shirt or grab the rope or grab whatever he wants. But the last few times I've tied him up, he's actually just kind of leaned into me, but not tried to use his mouth, which is great. We love progress. Oh yeah, but before 4, their growth plates haven't finished fusing. You know, like when we were kids, we have growth plates too. People aren't going to put like a hiking backpack on a kid. Augie, did you have to poop right there? I feel like that was just rude. All right. He's like, well, yeah, I was standing there. Excuse me. All right. He is. Yeah. Jax is half sibling, half sister. Hello, sweet girl. You gotta put your nose over here. Can you come here? What's that? Come here. We don't want them to be pulling their head away from us when we go to halter. Good girl. Come here. A good girl. No, but you gotta follow through. Good girl. No. So, I'm going to keep bothering her about it until she doesn't do that. Good. Good girl. Now, girl. Didn't get quite a full on Monday training. We'll go around this way. You're in the herd pecking order than Lucy. So is Augie and Lonza. You be nice. Come on, you can do it. I won't let him hurt you. Good girl, thank you. There we go. But we didn't get quite a full session. Please just come through the gate. My foot is so wet right now. Come on, I won't let you. Thank you. Very good. I find that it's very important for both your own safety and for the trust and respect of the horse that you're walking, to make sure that they're not going to get like picked on because you walked them past another herd member. Like Whiskey's trying to pick fights over there. Come on, you gotta come. Good girl, come on. You can do it. So normally Lucy's more willing than Jax. Good girl. Come on, let's go. But I think everyone just kind of feels like it's a lazy rainy day today, and you know that honestly that's fair. But if I'm working, you got work too. Yeah, right? So we'll see how they do. They usually were, at first they were alternating who was going to be naughty and who was going to be a good one. But now they seem to sync up, and they'll both be naughty if they're going to be naughty, or they'll both be good if they're going to be good. So she's being naughty right now. We want her to yield to steady pressure. Good. So we're going to pull, which applies pressure to the back of the halter. And we're going to keep the pressure up until she moves. So she's removing her pressure from herself. But I don't like to play this game. So I'm going to have her move her hindquarters away from me. Come on. Come on. Move your hind. Move your hind. Good girl. And then we're going to try again. Forward. The idea is that walking along with human is easier than trying to fight human, because I don't want to have to be dragging horses around. So the harder decision is to pull back because I'm making her walk in circles. The easier decision is to walk along with me, right? The easy decision, Lucy. Good girl. Good girl. So we're already in stubborn mode. Yes, we're very stubborn. Come on, you can do it. Yield to the pressure. That's game one. You've gotten game one down. Good girl. So I don't like to sit and yank on them. So I'm going to make her move her feet. Good girl. Walking in circles is not the easiest thing for the horses because they have to redirect their attention back to their feet. Good girl. Right? She's got to crisscross those back feet. She's got to respect my space and not step into it. Good girl. Good job. You're almost there. So, I'm not going to sit and yank on her head. I don't like that. I will apply steady pressure, and she can yield to it by coming with me. Good. So she's removing the pressure literally from herself. Good job. I know. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Right. Yep. So we're going to do circles until you walk up to this hitching post, Lucy. Lucy of the fur. Good girl. Good job. See? I know. That sucked. We had to walk with Ellie and we didn't want to. But I promise you, Ellie's always going to be more stubborn in the end. Good girl. Yeah. So we might even do game one, friendly game, with them tied up. I don't know. We'll see if she even wants to walk over there. But I'm not going to let her win. Not that it's a win necessarily, but you don't want a horse that doesn't want to, So, yeah, if I want to go for a ride and my horse says no, if they're fully trained, I might take that into consideration. But when it comes down to it, if I say we're going for a ride, we're going for a ride. Right? Good job, Jaxie. Oh, good boy. You were the less lazy one today. That's so silly. Did you guys coordinate? One thing I wanted to work on with them was I really want to get that knot out of his forelock. And I don't know how good these guys are with fly spray or sprays in general. And while it is cold today, it is not literally freezing. So, my detangler is finally thawed. Oh, babies, yeah. So we're just going to spritz. I like to make the spritzing noise first to not spook them. Good job, bud. I know, very scary. So today's lesson might just be getting groomed and spritzed. Yeah. I won't spritz near his eyes, obviously, right? You wouldn't do that with your kids because we don't want any mist to get in their eyes. But he still needs to let me spritz near his head so I can get some detangler in there. And then we can hopefully get those knots out, all right? I just do that so I'm not startling them before the spritz. Good girl, yeah. Oh, most of your mane is on one side. That is nice. And as with the entire herd at this point, they all have burrs from sticking their forelock down in stuff. Oh, you're very good with spritzes. You're a good girl. See? Oh, great. So I'm just spritzing my hand with the detangler and trying to just get some in. Good job. All right. I think it's going to be a multiple person process to get the tangles out though. Right, so we're going to pick hooves today. We would just want them to be able to pick up all 4 feet with it being water all over the ground like this. I'm not too worried about them. There we go. Oh, I forgot that I don't have use of one of my hands. All right. I'm not expecting there to be anything problematic in their hooves or anything, but it's very good practice for them to make sure they can pick up all their feeties. Good job, Jax. Very good. So I try to always set their foot down. Good. Some people will just drop their feet. I don't think that establishes good habits. Good job. Okay, yep, good job. I'm sorry. I backed out of that because you looked like you were going to fart in my face. You did great. Thank you. Ugh, big step. Be relaxed. Good. Yeah. So, it's almost inevitable for a horse to fart when you pick up their back legs that high. It just adjusts their internal structure and releases gas. Hi, buddy. Can you pick up for me? Thank you. Good boy. Wow. How big those feet are. There you go, boy. Very good. Good job, Jaxie. Lucy, you want to get your hoofsies picked? Yeah? You ready? You pick up? Pick up for me? Okay. I'm gonna run our hands down again, but I do not have use of my left thumb. And left thumb is unfortunately, my left hand is what I use to hold the foot up. Good girl. Because I pick out with my dominant hand, my right? So I can't really pick up. Yes, good girl. Good job. Very good girl. Okay, good job. Good girl. Put that down. Good job. I do like to alternate being predictable and alternate when I'm going to switch it up. Oh, I don't know. There we go. Good girl. So a lot of times with hoof picking like this, I will just do the same order. Girl. With their feet. And you'll see a lot of horses, I just spread mud all over her, sorry, will even pick up the foot expecting you to get to it next. Good girl. Oh my goodness. That's a good pickup. Yeah. Easy. Okay, yeah, get your balance. Sometimes they're not predicting what you're gonna do, which should always be predictable because we're running our hands down their legs. They won't have adjusted their balance properly, and we obviously don't want a horse to fall over on us. Interesting story. I worked with a horse. Her name was Moon, down in San Diego, and she picked her foot up, lost her balance, and put her foot right back down on my foot. Not comfortable, obviously. But she was such a sweet, kind, gentle mare, and she understood because I yelped that she was hurting me, that she actually went to rotate her weight off of that foot that was on my foot and wound up falling down almost just to stop hurting me. And I just thought it was a very beautiful moment of compassion from an animal, because they don't need to understand. Yeah, you gonna lick that? That's okay. They don't need to understand that they're hurting us. He's licking the step. Are you drinking the water off of it? Yeah. Come on. I mean, yeah, fresh rainwater does sound good, but we're working now. Come here. Come on, good boy. Come on. I know. Yeah, work will be easy, buddy. Yeah. Good job, bud. All right. So I don't work with the babies at Liberty completely usually, but I will let him go sniff around first. Yeah. Fostering an adventurous spirit in our horses. Hi, bud. And look, maybe I can check and make sure I haven't been muted the whole time. Nope, don't think so. Good job, buddy. Very good. Please don't eat that. I am looking forward to a warm shower after this. Yeah, no, he's eating it. All right. Please don't eat it. You are not a donkey. You cannot consume that. Hello. Good job, buddy. So again, friendly game is touching them all over with either our hands, lead rope, or lunge whip. See if there's anywhere that they like being scritched. Jax is so muddy that I don't even know if I can scratch him very well. Yeah. Oh, is that ear? Yeah. Did you like the ear scritchy? Was that a good spot? And then the rope. Bonk. Wow. Very scary. Bonk. 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 Just a gentle bonk. He's relaxed. That's great. That's what we like. Jax loves the activities where he gets to stand around and do nothing while he gets attention. Good boy. Lucy gets bored of this. Jax is like, yeah, this is great. Can you please not eat that? Hey. Thank you. Good boy. Okay. I don't have the lunge whip today, but that's all right. Okay, next is yielding to steady pressure. Good boy. Wasn't what we were going for, but yeah, no. It was on me for not having the lead rope connected. So, no mouthing. Thank you. Good boy. Okay. Going to put it over his neck to give him a hint right now, because I am in fact asking him to move towards the fence. That is the opposite of what I want, and I do not like you mouthing at me. You can do it. Good boy. Good. Very good. Good. That was great, Jax. Good. Well, that was good, boy. Good job. Yes, very good. All right, we're going to do this side, yielding to steady pressure without the lead rope. I will keep it in hand because I want to make sure his head doesn't come towards me. He's not listening. So another thing we can do is agitate near his face so that he moves his head away. Yep. Good boy. Very good. One more step. Good boy. Whoa. You guys stop. You guys stop, bud. I'm very glad that you figured out how to be lunged, but you guys stop when you're told, okay? Good boy. Yeah. So 0 pressure by staying back. Very good. But I have his attention and he's being very good. So we're going to come give him some love. Good job, Jaxie. Very good. So smart. I think after March, Maddie's just going to be taking over the training. I'm not sure if she'll broadcast, so I don't really know what we'll be doing with that, but we'll figure it out. Maddie's the new wrangler. Good boy. Good job. No, we're not eating it. Good job. We're coming with Ellie. So we did games 1 and 2. Jax did great. We're going to walk one more circle with me on his offside. Well, that's an okay stop. Because a lot of people forget to walk their horses on the offside. So they get confused like this. Thank you for showing everyone that you're confused. I don't want to do this for long or arduously because, again, no left thumb. Well, I have one. I just chopped the tip off, mostly off, and had to get it stitched back on. So that was cool. And by cool, I mean I hated it and it hurt. and I don't recommend it. Anyway, so I like to try to make a point to walk them on the offside. Please do not try to eat me, though. I don't like when you do that. That's very bad manners. All right. So an easy 1-2 step with Jax here. We did see already that Miss Lucy is in a fine temper, so we'll see how she does. She's doing really good at game 0 over here, patience game, which is actually the opposite normally for her. She does not like standing still. Okay, thank you. You see, yeah, you can put your head against me, but you can't use your lips. You get it? You're getting it. You're so smart, Jax. You did great, buddy. See how easy it is? All right, Miss Lucifer. Hello. Lucy with the fur. It's like boots with the fur for any of my millennials, fellow millennials that might be watching. See how much easier Lucy is to walk than Jax? Interesting dynamic between the two of them. Good girl. Good, very good girl. You still gotta come with me through the gate because I gotta close it, lady. Good job. It's not. Did you have an itchy? Do you want me to get the itchy spot? Was that an itchy spot? It was. Look at the happy face. She's got a happy lip wiggle. Good girl. All right, I'm gonna let her roam about. Same thing as Jax. If she starts eating anything, though, I'm gonna stop her. Oh, good. Give you such a good scratch. Do you want to just start the games? Yeah, you're less patient. We'll just start. Did you like the scratches? What a good girl. What a good girl. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Was it right there, right? If you see them scratching at themselves, I always feel like we should help them. And I think they appreciate it. Because, like, Monty's getting impatient over there, too. They don't have fingers with nails to scratch themselves. They have to use their teeth, or they have to get their friend to use their teeth. Good girl. Yeah, friendly game's easy for you. You almost don't eat it. But, it's still good. I try to be extra gentle. This lead rope, some of them have double leather straps at the end. Because then it's kind of like a riding crop where it'll smack against itself and make a noise. But since they're a little less robust than the tip of a rope, I always try to be extra gentle with those ones. So I'm not asking her anything. Certainly not ever trying to hurt her. That was great, Lucy. All right, easy mode. No, that was easy for Lucy. All right, now we're just gonna yield to pressure and then you can go have your rainy, sleepy day. Right? That's the wrong way. I know, it's harder. No, that way. Good girl. All right, there. Good girl. Okay, whoa. Whoa, you gotta stop. Good girl, very good. That was smart. Yes, you're a very smart girl. What did you see? Okay, steady pressure on the shoulder. Move your front. Good girl, very good. Now, whoa. Whoa, you gotta stop, honey. Yeah, did we get confused? What's Miss Ellie doing? I don't like butts facing me. Come here. Thank you, good girl. Very good, that's okay. I know it's a little confusing. Because you're a baby and it's all new. Miss Lucy here is a little younger than Jax by a year. Good girl. Okay, but now you have to stop. Good! Good girl! Just like that was perfectly. Oh, just like that. See, so easy peasy for you because you're so smart. All right, and then you just have to yield behind. Good. So oh, no, not forward. Like I'm in a round pen. That means I need to go in round, right? Asking you to move your back. What are we looking at? We're looking at something. Yesterday, the whole herd was looking at something, and it was a flag that someone put up. I was like, wow, guys, that's not that scary. Just your hind. Good. You go whoa, though. Good girl. Very good. All right, and then we're going to ask this side. What are we looking at? What are we looking at, Miss Lucy? Can you move your hind end for me? Just the hind. Good girl. Okay, and then we're going to ask for 2 steps. 1, 2, good girl. Perfect. That was it. See? That wasn't worth being stubborn about. That was easy. Yeah, we have easy lessons sometimes.
especially for babies, because they're just not as patient, and that's okay. Come on, Miss Lucy, you're done. It's not easy peasy. Come on. Let's go. Yeah.
All right, so that was it for the training. I know it doesn't seem like it was very long. It generally wasn't. But honestly, getting her to walk with me was already part of the battle there on the way over here. Or part of the lesson, if that makes sense. Sometimes part of their lesson is patience game for 45 minutes where they get to stand tied. And honestly, for their age, they both do really well. They're very good horses. Like I said, it helps having horses that have been loved their whole lives. What was that look for? What? What's wrong? I thought you were cranky.
Why are we cranky? You're back with your friends. Come
on. It is also almost March. And March through, I think, September is when horses do start to have ovulation cycles. And female horses, we do not spay in any way. It's very invasive. We do castrate all the males, so they're all considered geldings. But sometimes the mares can get a little cantankerous. They start going into their cycles, and female horses do start going into their first cycles before their first birthday even. So Lucy, Miss Lucy here, might get a little spicy once in a while, and that's okay. Right now, since we're not actively working, is why I'm just being, gently offering her to come with me instead of making her. I made her the other way because we were training. Miss Lucy, come on. Good girl. See? A gentle ask. And that's your mama. This is Lonza. The darker gold one on the other side right here. And she, while being very, very spicy with the boys in the herd, is kind to the babies. And Lucy is not her biological baby. I know, Lonza won't hurt you, I promise. You gotta come through. I don't want to stand in the puddle anymore, Lucy. What? What? Now we're being silly? You can walk past Lonza, I promise. Come on. You stand in the puddle and I'll stand here. Lonza, no. Hey, are you actually why Lucy doesn't want to go through? Have you been picking on Lucy? Can you? Come on. Lonza, move. Thank you. All right, now Lucy, walk through. Do not like walking through puddles? I don't either. That's why I didn't want to stand there. Good girl. Very good. Yeah, you did so good. Yeah, probably not. They do know their names. Hi, Lonza. I love you. But can they understand? Maybe not. But, I mean, dogs know when you say good boy and good girl. I think horses do too. I know my horse knew what good girl meant because I would say good girl and I'd give her a bunch of grain and she loved it. Because why wouldn't you like grain? So Lucy, little bit of an off day for her. Overall, did great though. Yielded to pressure. She's learning that one quick. I didn't move into game 3 with her because she was so resistant. Like I said, I still made her come over here. She's not going to get out of it. But I find that they learn better in a positive environment, like we all do. So if you're, like when you're feeling sick or something, you don't want to go to school. If your parents make you, probably not going to learn much that day. Hi. Other than that the world is cruel. It's not. Boy. Again, that's normally one of his things is that he tries to grab your clothes when you go to untie him, and he's learned, maybe, or he's gotten the idea that that's not okay, and I love that for him. Walking him feels like when you're driving a car that's way bigger than the one you're used to, like when I rented a U-Haul and I was like, oh my goodness, the turning radius is terrible. Yeah, it's because he's a big chunky boy. He's so cute. I would prefer if you walked a little up next to me. Good. I like for the horses to walk with us, not behind us. First of all, behind puts us in front of them, and if something behind them scares them, then they squish you. Second of all, our horses are our partners. And of course, with my partner, I would like them to walk alongside me, not behind me. Unless there's obviously a reason for single file or something. See, Jax has no hesitation walking past any of the horses because he knows to squish them. Used to be nice.
Did I find it?
So that was it for Alonza. The work I've got to get done today for the equine exercise and education. Jasper did great, as expected. He's a good boy. The babies did pretty good. I think Lucy probably got about a B for today. But, you know, a B on a day when you're feeling a little off is a good score. It's above average. Right, Jax? I think he got an A. I'd give them all A's, though. I love them all. So, on that note, I am going to turn off the mic. I've got a couple more chores to do. I'm going to let the herd down. And let me know if you guys have any questions, as always. Any suggestions for horse for next time to be our demo, like Jasper did today. And we'll be back Wednesday, most likely. Oh, I was going to take this glove off because I was like, I don't want to wear gloves right now, but it's protecting the thumb. So I will turn this off with my offhand and it's going to feel weird. Anyways, okay. Thanks, Dunrovin family. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.